I came right back because this is going to be real brief. And I'm gonna drop some tea in this live that I didn't drop in my other while I was up there on Rodney's. I told some things, but when I'm on my own platform, I'll tell it all, not all, but enough about my story. See, this story is going to be in my autobiography, so that's the reason why I'm talking about it. See, when I say to somebody that we've been arguing 10 years, and they try to make it look like, and Pastor Waller, I am talking about you right now in this situation right now, because you have tried to make it look like you ain't heard from me in 10 years. And in the very beginning, I did not call Dr. Reed's name, but I'm calling it now because I did join his church. You tried to make it seem like I was exclusive to your church. No, we ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna tell no lies. I joined his church in 2018. That is true. I completed 6 new members classes before Dr. Reed said, I don't have a problem with you, Catherine, but I would like for you and him to straighten it out. You are the one. See, we ain't gonna tell no lies around here if I have to call Dr. Reed's name, because I don't never call Dr. Reed's name. I don't do that. I don't like naming everybody that's in this situation. See, because you would rather for me to name everybody that's in this situation than for you to take accountability that it has been 10 years. See, Dr. Reed is one of the people that if we went to court, I would call him, I would call Carlton Aiken. Why? Because they've seen me in 10 years and they know that what you're saying is not true. They know that what you're saying is a lie. But see, everybody else got no, that's not how that is not how this works. How this works is I left your church and when I went over to Sharon Baptist Church out there in West Philly. When Dr. Reed called you, you didn't want to make amends. Tell the truth, don't lie. Because I was there. And when he said he came on a sixth class and said you only got to do 2 more before you remember, this is why I stopped you. He said, I didn't stop you because I don't want you at my church. I want you to make amends with them first. And then if you make amends with them and everything is cool, then you come back. What did happen the next Sunday? I came to your church, and that was Howard Walker. You know Deacon Walker and Reverend and Lauren and Roger Long. You know the man that always talk rough to me, right? Wasn't that them standing at the door being the gatekeepers? I know you gonna lie and say that you didn't know. Yes, you did. See the picture that's up there that Ness posted last week. That's what I look like it then, right? I don't look like that in that dress now. Not only because I've lost weight, it's a lot of factors. In 2016, I was not going to the gym. In 2026, I've been going to the gym for over a year, so I would never look the same. And that is a different dress. I ain't gonna lie about it. That original dress is hanging up in the closet. But the other one, the one that's from a few weeks ago, I had to have the dress altered because it was a larger dress. And when I lost weight, I had it altered to fit to a 16. It's a size 20. The point is not about the dress at all. And when I say that, it's because Dr. Reed has seen me in all those dresses. See, anything that you will see now is an afterthought. It's not a forethought. See, so when you be trying to flex and say it's an old dress, yeah, it would be, except for the fact that your friend already gonna see me in all of them and them hats too. See, but you are the one that be running around, be saying she be following me around. No, I'm getting ready to make this plane right here, right now. See, I came to your church May the 12th, 2018. That was Joseph Deacon standing down there saying I couldn't come back. I went back to Dr. Reed's church the following Sunday. He said, what happened? I said, oh, they said I can't come in. He looked, see, I don't know if he thought I was lying because I never really asked him. I don't know whether he believed me. I don't know. I know when he saw me the next Sunday, he thought it was strange. Pay attention to what I said. Right. He still didn't let me join. I ain't had no problems with that. That's his church, his rules, and I don't tell him nothing. That's how it happened. That was in 2018. Now, since 2018, I have been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to his church. That's true. He preached a sermon not too long ago around the corner at Christian Tabernacle. I think it was either April, maybe been in April. I showed up dressed up. He didn't know who I was at first because I was sitting in the back. I had on black. a black dress, and a red hat until I walked to the front. And I shook his hand. I put my money in there and I walked out the church. If you don't believe me, go ask him. See, I've been places where Dr. Reed has been, so that's why Pastor Water, when you be places and you be trying to make it seem like somebody gonna hurt you, you be telling my bold face lies on me. Cause I done been to places where Dr. Reed, and you the only person that act like somebody gonna do and see, yeah, that's an act like because Dr. Reed's security, Pastor Aiken, they are see, I was a member of Pastor Aiken's church for 2 years. So when you be running around here talking about she just enthralled me. So I was enthralled with Pastor Aiken, that wasn't I was at Pastor Aiken's church. Me and his wife were cooking the kitchen together. You don't tell nobody that part of the story, do you? You don't tell nobody that me and Brandy Duggan Aiken was in that kitchen together over there at 72, 36 Ogun. You don't tell nobody that. Because, see, when you telling people I was just running back and forth to you, I'm going to name some names and drop some tea on me. And then people can go ask. They go ask. Right. See, the reason why they don't got to go ask Dr. Reed is because I just saw Dr. Reed back in April of this year. And if you want to talk about you knowing about that myectomy that I had, you knew because I gave Dr. Reed the papers and I told him to be the third party mediator. Isn't it true that you were telling Dr. Reed that you didn't want to make up? See, you ain't gonna tell no lies talking about I just popped up in your church after 10 years. No. No, 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 no. I've been running back and forth to Dr. Reed's church for 10 years, just not yours. I joined their church. You're the one that, right. So, see, let's tell a story. Your friend, Dr. Reed over there, knew about me being sick and knew I had to be in the hospital. It was that when you found out, you wanted to try to act like you always act. Because, see, you always act like you didn't know something. But the thing is, you got caught in a lie this time because did Dr. Reed have the papers? Didn't I go to his church? I didn't send him an email and I left him and told him to call you and tell you that I was sick. So when you did see me in May, isn't it true that you were acting? Acting like you didn't know. Yeah, you was acting. And see, the reason why I let you lie for so long, because I did. Right. I let you lie. It would have to be a lie if Dr. Reed had it, because if you want to go to court and I could call all my other pastors after you, they're going to say that Catherine showed up at our church, and then I'm gonna have to go get your pastor friend over there at 51st and Locust. How he had that Good Friday service, and I always bring a pan of chicken or a pan of fish. And they know that they're gonna see me once a year. So see, don't say that I only serve at your church. I go to churches. Christian Tabernacle. I like pop up there. It's true of me. I show up at churches around the city. Mount Airy Church of God in Christ Church. And I'm not a member, so you can't keep on saying I just have to be at your church. Because then it looks suspect when I show up at other people's church and I'm not a member, they have or something. And as a matter of fact, I got a ticket right now. I was supposed to show up to event at 27. Right. So you can't just say that. Somebody bought me the ticket. I got it in my bag. Right. It was a hat event. They wanted everybody at the church to wear a hat. They said that when they gave you the ticket, so you can't just say she only shows up here. No, I've been busy around this city at church. I don't know what you. I've been busy working for the Lord around this city. I have been. And when I was over at Pastor Aiken's church, I did. I was always there in the kitchen. Brandy will tell you that. She would. That's the first lady over there. She would. So see, when you're going to speak on Kathy, and you're going to say for 10 years I didn't do anything. I can spill my own tea. I deserve to spill my own tea. It's not that the Lord don't know that I've done those things, but for somebody sick to walk back in your church in the way that you acted, it's just the way that you acted. I didn't want to call Dr. Reed's name. Why would I want to call when he already know that I had been there and the man had told me to go work it out with you. You're the one. See, I ain't gotta get no accounts to God. I don't. Because that man sat right there at his church and said, I don't have a problem with you joining, but before you join this church, I need you to go work it out with them. Well, then y'all the ones that didn't want to work it out. That wasn't me. So the next time you tell somebody she's delusional, please don't forget to call Dr. Reed's name. Don't do that. Because see, he already knows that it was 2 years. So two turned into 10, that's still your fault. So the next time you stand up in front of a communion table, talk about if you got an alt with somebody, the person you have an alt with is right here, but then the person you had an alt with was right there in front of your church that first Sunday. You making a big deal about a pink dress that your friend already saw and everybody around this city already saw. You just didn't want to deal with me, and you don't have to ever make amends with me. I'm not forcing you to do that. Just don't tell lies. You're acting like this story has not been heard. Dr. Reed been knew this story. I just called his name. Yes, I tried to join his church. He wanted me to make amends with you. You didn't want to make amends. So don't try to act like I ain't been other places and told other people about us falling out because it just looks funny. We're not in no romantic relationship. You're trying to make it seem like I'm exclusive to you. No. I just showed up to see Dr. Reed and I was really pretty that Sunday. And when he came over to Upper Room, maybe in 2025, and he preached, that was me that made sure that his table was right. And when he preached there before, when he actually that morning when he came and I think they gave him breakfast before he preached, that was me that had to go to stop what I was doing down in the kitchen to make sure his breakfast was right. So see, yeah, you telling some stories, but the stories you ain't telling ain't right. When when Bishop came over to Upper Room in 2025, I was there. I was in the kitchen. I am the person that made sure, along with his wife and other people, that that table in Pastor Carlson Aiken's study was right for him. All the things that he liked was there, and then made sure that dinner was right. So see, I have been, even though I wasn't a member of Dr. Reed's church, when I went other churches happens. That's all it was. Just so happens. I was at Upper Room for about 2.5, 3 years. Go ask Pastor Carlton Aiken. Go ask him. Go ask Minister Joyce Urquhart. Was I a faithful member of the women's ministry? Go ask her about that time I brought four things to the ministry. I did. I caught an Uber up there. Didn't nobody come down to 17th Street to pick me up. And I got into an accident when I left their church that Saturday. That last time I served in their church, I got into a car accident. Go ask. You're gonna know. I'm telling you what happened. But don't tell people I will only serve in your church because you ain't telling the truth at all. And you forget that all those church people over there, I was a faithful member of Upper Room Sunday School. I ain't really get to share in Sunday school because it was a little bit difficult. But if you're going to tell a story, sir, tell the story correctly about me. And that's all I have to say. See y'all later.